Hello. What is up, guys? Good start. Hello, Penguin. Hello, Ricardo. How's everyone doing today? It's Saturday, which means we're doing another build guide today. We're doing the final, the 10th, the last remaining build for our Lord of the Rings Fellowship playthrough. And that is Frodo Baggins himself. I'm feeling that Frodo's going to be the hardest to build. Because out of all of the characters in the movies, he does the least amount of pathfindery things to be able to make a build around, right? Like, as has been recommended multiple times, and I think that it kind of makes sense. Oracle's kind of like the only one that really makes any kind of thematic sense for Frodo. God damn it, fucking, no matter how many of these little bastards I kill, how many of these little bastards I kill, more always show up. Doesn't really do much. He's like a dried leaf in the wind. He, like, his plate is already pretty damn full just from trying to resist the ring the entire time. So he doesn't really get, and like he is the one that everybody needs to protect. So he's not the frontline fighter, right? So he's not going to be in the front line, despite the fact that his only real weapon is a short sword. Um, hmm. Despite being a short sword wielding person, do we actually give him any ranged anything? Or no? Okay, so if we do this Harlow's Prophecy, staggered for the entire first round of combat, yeah. +4 insight, bonus on initiative, improved uncanny dodge. Gain +4 insight on all of your saving throws and to your AC during the first round of combat. A dart, I guess. No, he doesn't really throw anything. Yeah, that's kind of like the issue. Is like he doesn't. No. No, he never uses any kind of ranged weaponry. Period. At all, ever. Oh, there is one thing that I forgot to do real quick. Let me do a thing real quick. And we will continue onwards. Oh, hello, Shelby. What's up, baby girl? Hi. There we go. Let's do this. Frodo. Baggins in order. No, memento. Okay. Is Gollum and only happens like once or twice? Yeah. Yeah, he fights Gollum with Sam at the beginning of the Two Towers. He fights with Gollum in Shelob's lair. And he like wrestles with him a little bit at the very end of Return of the King, right? That's about all the combat that he actually fights, right? Like, so, uh, this is very good for him. This last Tuesday. On Wednesday, was it Shelby or was it John? I can't remember. So here's the thing. I remember very little of Wednesday. Like, I know I did a stream, and I know that Clefairy did very well. I basically don't remember anything from Wednesday. Um, in fact, I completely forgot that one of my cats peed on the bed until you mentioned it just now. Um, I think Possessed Oracle is fine here. We remove the curse, well, because we get a guaranteed curse, right? And Two Minds is actually really good for Frodo. It actually works really well for him. Because despite the fact that he does eventually fall to the ring, the fact that it takes him all 3 fucking movies to finally get to that point, just shows just how fucking resilient he is. And that's an active ring, right? That's not a passive ring like Bilbo had for all those years. Because for some reason, it like activated at the beginning of Fellowship. So it was like a passive effect the entire time that Bilbo had it, basically. Whereas it's a much more active antagonistic force in Frodo's hands. So yeah, I think that's fine. That's fine. So here's like actually one of the first issues that I'm running into. I feel like none is probably the best background for him because we don't really learn anything about Frodo's background except for the fact that he like lives with Bilbo and just I guess helps around in the house. Um but like none of these backgrounds really fit him at all. So I think we're gonna go with no background here, which sucks, right? Because it is it is a benefit that we are foregoing. In the books, he's like 50 plus years old. That's true, but we're not going off the books because I don't know the books. And B, do the books tell us anything about that background that would fit any of these things? Is he actually a pickpocket? Is he actually a pickpocket? Is that what he is? Well, hello, other kid. I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to wait because Shelby's in the lab right. Shelby's in the lab right, so you're gonna have to wait your turn. Okay, bud. So yeah, I think right now we're gonna go none. By the way, his wisdom's gonna be all the way up. I've never read them. I just know that he is old as fuck in the books. Well, like 50 is still like middle aged for a hobbit. So he's not like old. He's relatively charismatic. I would say that we could fairly safely drop his strength. I would say that he is a pretty weak character. So having his strength be a 6 is fine. I think at least a 14 dex. Do we actually just leave his con at 10? Eight? I don't know if I would drop his constitution. Because, like, he's still... I don't feel like dropping his constitution is valid, because he keeps up with everybody, right? He doesn't actually, like, flag or fall behind while they're all together. And, like, he goes through a lot. If he only had an A constitution, I don't think that he could go through everything that he did and survive it. So I don't think that we drop his constitution at all, but I don't think he gets any benefits. I don't think that we boost it either. I think that we just leave it at 10. That's fine. He is shown to be relatively intelligent. Like, maybe we go up to 13 intelligence? He's survived being stabbed by a Morgul blade. Yeah. Yeah, he survived that, and for longer than they thought he should be able to, as well, right? Because they're like, oh fuck, this thing's like, what was it, like 6 days away or something like that? Will he survive it? And then all that they got in a reply was, he's gonna have to. So that's a very long time to survive being stabbed by that blade. If I drop his con, I can get the charisma to 18. I don't know if I want to, though. That's the thing. I wouldn't say that Frodo's that charismatic. Like, he's pretty charismatic, but that's like Pippin levels. I would say that Pippin is a very much more charismatic character than Frodo is. So I would say that 16 is a fine charisma to start with Frodo. I get that Oracle, like, because these are a charisma based caster, and I get that. I get that. So having him only at 16 and not being able to cast all 9 levels of spells, that's like blasphemous. But we are going to get headbands. And he is going to be using a headband. Party leader and party face are 2 different options. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is a fine stat spread for him. Right? Dex, because he is fairly stealthy. So this being boosted makes sense. Wisdom has to be really high to reflect how high his will save is. Some ground rules for what you should equip. Yeah. Maybe. Intelligence, because he is relatively intelligent. Like, they show that in Fellowship, right? Like, Frodo should only wear mithril chain shirts. I mean, not only, right? Because it's not the only thing that he wears. But it is definitely something that, if we get any mithril chain shirts, they are going to go to Frodo. For sure. But yeah, he doesn't wear anything heavier than that for sure. And then yeah, charisma 16, pretty charismatic, but not quite as charismatic as somebody like Pippin. So I think that's fine. Stealth is definitely going to be on there. All right, but I need you. Hi, what are you doing? Give him a dagger. Relatively early. It has a unique name too. Yeah, I remember that much. Persuasion is fine. He does know a bit about the world, so I do think that putting points into knowledge world is fine. Is he a perceptive person? Is this our put it in mobility? That's not a bad idea. It just hurts that these two that we're putting two. Well, we would be putting two. Oh, we already got one in stealth. We already got one in stealth. Get a pretty good dagger if you stab a Reshkagel with a specific one from earlier in Enigma. Really? I didn't know that. Not trickery for sure. Yeah, I guess mobility. Yeah, because he's a fucking climber and a half. So yeah, mobility for sure. Yeah, so I think that this makes sense. Persuasion, knowledge world, stealth, and mobility. I think that those are the four that we get here. Okay. Yeah. We just do cautious fighter immediately. Do we just immediately do cautious fighter? Needs UMD? I don't know if I don't know if I would say that. He's the only one to use magic devices. That's what magic device does he use besides the ring? And the ring doesn't require any skill to use. You just put it on. Wait. He does use the water of Elendil. Yeah. The water of Elendil. I think that's what it's called. What would we get rid of for it though? And the Elven Cape. Okay, so, but like the Elven Cape doesn't seem to be something that requires an activation. So does Sam when he fights Shelob. Yeah. But at that point it seems like the water is something that you activate it and then it just stays on. Um at least that's what it seemed to be when I watched it. I hate these fucking little bugs. Um Maybe we do. What do we get rid of? Even if that was the case. Yeah, no. I agree. I was just saying I wouldn't give UMD to Sam because of that, because it looked like it had already been activated. For Frodo, though, that's an argument that I'm willing to entertain. Stealth, we can headcanon that his mobility also covers stealth. I don't really like that, though. Maybe it's persuasion. How often does Frodo actually persuade people? How often does Frodo actually persuade people? His stealth should come from invisibility? Not necessarily. Like he sneaks around a lot without ever using the ring. Like he uses the ring very few times throughout the movies. Um Never once in Two Towers because nobody puts on the ring in Two Towers. Um he only uses it twice in Fellowship, I think. And the first time was accidental. And he uses it once in Return of the King. that it? Does he only put the ring on 3 times in the entirety of the trilogy? Jesus. One time with Boromir? No. Sam tries to convince him to use it when they were captured with... Oh, sorry. I was thinking Faramir. I was getting the 2 brothers mixed up. Yeah. Once with Boromir. That's true. I forgot about that. So 4 times total in the entirety of the trilogy? Because once in the inn, right? Once in the tavern. Once at Weathertop against the Nazgul, which doesn't work. Once with Boromir, and once in Mount Doom. I think that's the only 4 times that he ever puts it on. And yeah. So I would actually say Persuasion is probably the best one to get rid of to put into UMD. And then because we have an odd intelligence, we are going to be down on one of these items or one of these skills. And I think UMD is probably going to be the one that we sacrifice. I feel like UMD is the one that we sacrifice. So this will be half points. The other 3 will be full. Mobility and stealth for sure. And then Knowledge World is like the only one where I would be like, maybe we do Knowledge World as the half instead of UMD. Because the majority of his... Does his knowledge of the world improve throughout the movies that much? I mean, I guess, yeah, it kind of does. I guess it kind of does, yeah. This man learns a lot throughout. Yeah, so, yeah. It'll be UMD will be the half. That's what we'll do. All right, feats. I feel like we take a lot of the... Actually really curious. Do these give... They do. We do wind. Hello, Taco. How you doing? Are you too late? No, we're still on level 1. We are still at level 1. Like, I like life because life gets you heal 1 spell level early. But here's the thing. Wind gets us stealth and mobility as class skills now. Literally gets 2 out of the 3 skills that we were using that were not class skills to be class skills. And, like, take wind but don't use the spells. So here's the thing. I have decided, because we are going to be playing on such a high difficulty, that I will be making use of all of the mechanical things that I have access to in the playthrough. If they will help us get through the game, because we are going to be playing on unfair. And because we are playing with RP builds, at least to an extent, our builds are not going to be the best that they can be for unfair. So if I have access to something that can help me get through a thing, I will be using it because I will probably have to. The builds themselves are where the majority of the RP is going to be. It's going to be less so in the actual gameplay. Um, in the conversations, I will try to roleplay as Aragorn because Aragorn is going to be the actual Knight Commander. It will not be Frodo, it'll be Aragorn. So I will try to play as Aragorn in the conversations. Most demons are immune to those spells, so it's not that hurtful. And like a lot of the electric spells aren't that great anyway. Like Lightning Bolt is just worse than Fireball. Call Lightning Storm is real shit. Protection from Arrows is a must use. Except for Boromir. Chain Lightning. We don't get Chain Lightning. That's a good one. That is probably the best electric spell, but we don't get it from this. Call Lightning is pretty good on BG3. The reason that I don't like Call Lightning is because it requires a standard action for each of these damage instances. So spell functions like Call Lightning, except the damage is more. The damage is more, and you can call more of them, but it's still a standard action each time just to do 5d6. Whereas this is a level 8, or I'm sorry, it's a level 5 spell. It's a level 5 spell that does 5d6 damage. AoE damage plus stun. Is it AoE damage? Is it AoE? Isn't it just 6 foot wide, 30 foot long, vertical bolt? Oh, Storm Bolts. Yeah, Storm Bolts is good. Storm Bolts is good. Yeah. Sorry. I thought we were talking about Call Lightning. I was like, hold up now. Yeah. Yeah, Storm Bolts is good. Call Lightning, not so much. We will be getting the cure spells, obviously. Magic weapon. Gandalf will be the one using Call Lightning. Does he, though? Does Gandalf use Call Lightning at all? Uses it to kill the Balrog? That is true. He does use that. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. That spell and haste effects? Go the fuck away. God damn it. Stupid little fucking gnats. I have to find where they're fucking coming from. I have no idea where they're coming from. But no matter how many of these little shits I kill, there's always more. What do we use for the next one? I think magic weapon is fine for level 1. I think it's actually really strong for a early level 1 spell. Maybe remove fear. Seeing that you can talk to corpses, that feels like there's Skate 3. Of course I am. Alright. Quick hiccup, but looks like we're back. Uh Yeah, my internet disconnected for just a second, but it's fine. I am going to fucking set fire to this building. I swear to God, if that's what it takes to kill these stupid little fucks that keep flying around my drinks, I will burn this place to the ground. All right, what god are we taking? Do we take any? Or do we just stick with atheism? Maybe just atheism? Eris still? Stag god, holdless human god, still worship family, farming, hunting, and trade. I don't know. Does this really fit Frodo, though? Continues to embrace and represent the simpler pleasures life has to offer. Okay, what about this one? Meditate daily, commune with natural forms of power, show respect to nature and all things. Yeah, we could go with Aristal. Sure, why not? Fuck it. I would say that Frodo is more of a neutral good. I would not say he's definitely a good character. So lawful neutral is out. And I don't think that he really fits into lawful good per se. Um I think that neutral good is where he sits. For this guy, he doesn't get the hat. What happens? Oh. I thought it was gonna be like show. I thought it was. I didn't think it was gonna take his actual clothes off. I thought it was gonna be like, all right, you just get generic clothes, not class-based ones.
Mere flesh wound.
The path is clear.
I'd say more reserved. Frodo Baggins.
My skills exceed yours.
The Oracle's hat still, yeah. Doesn't hold a candle to the Inquisitor hat. Inquisitor hat is the best hat in the entire game, and nobody will ever be able to convince me otherwise. Hello. Hi, Johnny Cat. What are you doing? Why are you climbing down like that? Come on. There we go. There's my butt. Now, here's a question. Here's a question. Do we multi-class at all? I'm fairly certain that the answer is no. I would go so far as to say no. So what? I know. That's the question. It's like, is there anything that we would want to Blood Rager, obviously. Currently allowing myself to be distracted by kitten. Yeah, I don't think that anything else fits. I think that we just stick with strict Oracle. And I think that's fine. Alright, so mobility, stealth, knowledge world, UMD falls by the wayside. What do we grab? We got Cautious Fighter, right? Yeah. Weapon focus. So here's the thing. I kind of want to focus almost entirely on defense for Frodo. To the point where I don't think that we get weapon focus at all. I don't think that we get weapon focus at all. I think right now we grab dodge. Now, normally, combat expertise? Maybe. Eventually, yes, for sure. Even though combat expertise, the name of it doesn't really make sense for him, right? Because he's not a combat expert at all. But I do think that maybe combat expertise would work for him, thematically. Duh. Yeah. Yeah. Duh. Invincibility. Duh. What other fucking spell? What other thing would we get? Okay, so here's the question. Do we boost wisdom? Intelligence? Dodge, combat expertise, light armor focus? Probably something along those lines. What do we actually grab here? Intelligence gets us our skills maxed out again, right? It allows us to keep UMD maxed out with the rest of it. But we got to remember, that doesn't matter that much because we're never going to be using Frodo's UMD for those checks. He's never going to be the person that we use for those checks. That doesn't actually matter. Now, mechanically, the single best thing for us to boost is our charisma. Single best thing for us to boost mechanically would be our charisma. Because we have to remember, this is going to be a demon build, not a legend build, so we only get the 5 points. For RP, Dex would be the choice because of mobility. But on the other hand, mobility goes up every level anyway. So mobility is going to constantly be increasing regardless. That is athletics. It's both, actually. Athletics and mobility both. Well, we could look at it, right? Actually, no. Athletics is just jumping. It's not mobility at all. Like, I have a -5 to my athletics score. That's actually kind of insane. Like, the power gamer in me wants to put this into charisma. Really, really badly. because I know that we're going to need it. But do we just boost wisdom forever? Do we just boost wisdom forever? Or at least for the first 4. Right? Because the 5th one is going to be going into intelligence to make it even. Why wisdom? He is not that wise. Simply because of his resistance to the ring's corruption. But I guess actually, no. I think 18. Fuck it. We're doing the power gamer. We're doing the power gamer thing. Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking wisdom simply because of how resistant he is to the ring, but I think that it's actually not. It actually doesn't make that much sense. Effortless armor. That's what I was looking at, actually. I think that's fine, actually. We're gonna get light armor focus immediately. I think that's the best thing for us to do here. Do I grab Unbreakable Heart? Or maybe Shield of Fate? Oh wait, I already have Shield of Fate. Maybe remove fear? I'm like either remove fear or Unbreakable Heart. Doom? He is a doomer? Not. He kind of gets there towards the end, but I mean that's also understandable based on what he's dealing with. But it doesn't make it any less true. But that's mostly a self-inflicted thing. He doesn't really do that to others. He doesn't really do that to others. What does this do? That's kind of crazy. Well, no, not really. It's really good at the beginning of the game, actually. Fuck you. Got him. Killed the little bastard. I'm gonna do this one. Man, he commands Smeagol. That's true. That's actually not a bad idea. Grace? What does Grace do? Until the end of the round? This is a swift action. Uh, movement does not provoke attacks of opportunity. Yeah, that would actually kind of fit what we're trying to do for him, right? Oh, yeah, we just get... I forgot we just get this. Yeah, fuck it. Hmm. Remove curse, he gets rid of the ring in the end. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, actually. And I do like having remove curse on one of my characters, and I don't think we have that yet. Well, I mean, I guess Gandalf has it by default, right? So yeah, Mythic Hero. I don't know. None of these really make sense. Like, none of these really make sense for basically anybody in this. Alright. What do we do here? Mm. So here's the thing. What the fuck do we take for our mythic abilities? Because, like, so far, we've been focusing almost entirely. Send an element so your spells do actual damage. Yeah. See, like, this is the thing. I'm currently trying to think, is there anything here that makes sense thematically? Because that is the base, right? First is thematics. Second, if we have no thematically relevant choices to make, then we go to mechanically good. Is there anything here that makes sense thematically for Frodo Baggins? Unfortunately, Rupture Restraints doesn't make any sense. The man gets caught twice? Right? Once by Faramir, once by Shelob / the Orcs in Return of the King. As much as I love me some Rupture Restraints, it's actually an anti-theme for him. Last Stand. Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of okay with Last Stand here as a choice. I'm kind of okay with this. Last Stand, he kind of survived being stabbed by a pretty strong enemy. That was the Mithril. So that depends. Which stab which stab are we talking about? Are we talking about the stab on Weathertop, or are we talking about the stab by the troll? Because that could be go for either one of them, and only one of them does he have the Mithril for. I'd have the Mithril for Weathertop. I'm okay with Last Stand. It's both pretty thematically relevant, and it's also just a good choice, especially for Unfair. So I'm okay with taking Last Stand here. That's fine. what do we take now? We have armor focus. We don't have combat expertise yet, but do we take it now? Oh man, we could take Die Hard and fuck ourselves up. He has to get Iron Will. He has to get Iron Will. But not yet. Okay, what do we grab? Air barrier, invisible shield, +4 armor bonus. Oh, that's kind of insanely good. I think we get air barrier. Because right now, this is a +6 armor bonus. I would assume that this does not stack with our actual armor. However, giving us a 50% miss chance on ranged attacks is insanely good. And none of the rest of these actually make that much sense for him. So I think air barrier is easily the best one here. Do we get remove fear now? I kind of want to grab remove fear now. Oh, no, wait, we don't have Unbreakable Heart. Never mind. I'm gonna grab that. Took him on horseback. Yeah. I thought that that's what you were talking about, Taco. He's lucky and he has a lot of resolve. He's also courage and he lives. He is also courage, yes. No, that was before, because he doesn't get the Shade Shirt until he gets to Rivendell, which is immediately after that, actually. But yeah, I think that this is fine. I think this is fine. Ow. Wonder messages already? Oh, Jesus. Oh, that does still... Wait, I thought I turned that off. That should not be coming through. God damn it, I hate that. I hate that message, by the way. I don't know if I've mentioned this. Well, I know I have in the past. Level 7, perfect timing for Unbreakable Heart. Is it? Well, I mean, Unbreakable Heart's really good regardless. Just being able to ignore fucking... Just the capacity to ignore confusion effects is just insanely good. Leper smile time? Oh, is it? Hmm. Hmm. Magical Vestment is the choice. That's kind of what I'm looking at. Yeah. I was thinking about maybe doing that before we picked Remove Curse. So yeah, I think Magical Vestment is fine. All right, let's see what these are, because I can never remember what these are. Wearing light armor and wielding a melee weapon can be used with weapon finesse. Equipped armor bonus on attack and damage rolls with this weapon. Yeah, no. Also no. While wearing light armor, you gain spell resistance equal to your armor's AC. This stacks with other sources of spell resistance. I kind of like that a lot for him. Hi. I kind of like this a lot, but this is not as useful until you get until you get another major source of spell resistance. Mythic Resolve. That's the saving throws one. Yeah. Uh. So this would be a +3 right now for the first attack against us, right? Because you get the base +1. And then we also get a bonus equal to our mythic rank. So this would be a +3 to AC for each attack per round. And then a permanent +1. That's not bad. But we're getting to the point where we're not doing anything, right? Like this build doesn't do anything. Which, funnily enough, is very thematic for Frodo. He doesn't really do anything in combat. He's actually kind of dead weight in most combat encounters. Kitty hug time. His RP will be on point, yeah. I think it's either Mythic Resolve or Mythic Armor Focus Endurance. I think we grab this. Because fuck it. Right? Because we could get... Fuck, we're just gonna do that. We might change that for something else in the actual playthrough. Depending on... Because if we go back here... No, Magic Investment. So that's an extra +2 over whatever our enhancement bonus already is, right? Because this stacks on top of our normal enhancement bonus. But I think it can't go above 5 regardless. I could be wrong. But... Could do Death Ward, freedom of movement. Could just go Magic Weapon Greater. Right? dump everything into underground chemist to really get the does nothing useful ever feel. I don't even, okay, what is that? Wait, is that even a thing in this? Rogue? What do you do? Precise splash weapons. Sneak attack with splash weapons. Jesus. Wait. Brew potions. Chemical weapons. But you don't get bombs. So what splash weapons are you even using? Like alchemist fire? And that's it? It's just alchemist fire? This is an entire class designed around spamming alchemist fire? Is that what I'm getting at here? Is that what I'm seeing? I think you do get bombs. It doesn't say anything about it. Says that he's able to retrieve an alchemical item as if drawing a weapon. Adds intelligence modifier to damage with dealt with splash weapons, including any splash damage. Also gains to throw anything feed as a bonus feed. I feel like this is trash. I agree with you, Coloror. I feel like this is a bad archetype. I don't get what it's supposed to do. It doesn't seem to actually do anything helpful at all. All right, what do we get here? Oh yeah, magic weapon grader. That's right. That's right. That's what we were doing. All right, what do we do now? Only the main hit. Also doesn't have access to arcade spellbook, so it can't even brew potions. Yet it has brew potions as a bonus feed. That's kind of gross and disgusting. Weapon finesse? Maybe. So that he can at least hit something, but he doesn't, ever. He never hits anything. That's the whole thing. You do not get bombs? I didn't think so. I honestly think that we might start going more caster. I think we might actually start going caster. Like, legitimately. I think that we have maxed out how much defensive stuff we're going to take for him. Because we're not going to get shield focus because he doesn't actually use a shield. We have one equipped right now, but we're going to get it off right away. Hey, Igloo, what's up? How you doing? Can't bring myself to actually commit to such an awful class. Be interesting to actually try to build a character that's decent, but is that class. A line? Hmm. Messages showing up way later than when I type them. That's weird. There's no delay on the stream. Oracle's burden just for the name. Target creature suffers all the hindrances and none of the benefits of your Oracle's Curse class feature. You still suffer all effects of your Oracle's Curse. So, the problem with this spell... Been playing BG3, just learning stuff from Reddit. Feels much less complicated. Yeah. That game could either be as simple or as complicated as you want it to be, honestly. That's pretty much what I've gathered from everything that I've seen. You can do everything just, like, very straightforward and, you know, Pathfinder-esque, or you can do things that are absolutely insane. So the problem with this is that this is legitimately useless because of the Oracle's Curse that we have, which is the first round of each combat, you're staggered. The problem with that, with this character, is that by the time you are able to cast this spell, the first round is a lot of times going to be almost over. So it does nothing. Most theory crafters say go Grenadier, Underground Chemist, but going 20 into Grenadier is just better. Like, I don't... Yeah, like, that's the thing that I'm trying to understand with that, while still trying to focus on this as well, is that, like, you're dropping your bomb's damage to go into Underground Chemist to then be able to get that same amount of damage back, but it's now precise damage, which means that there are people that are immune to it sometimes. There are some enemies that are immune to precise damage or precision damage, right? Can't be crit, can't be hit by sneak attack, that kind of stuff. So, And if you're going Grenadier, you're going to have Ascendant Element of whatever element your bombs are going to be focusing on. So you will be able to get full damage from your bomb. So it's like you're trading one damage type for another, but the other damage type is objectively worse. If you're going for a bomber build, it's just weird. It's weird. Okay, what are we taking here? I've made my decision. If you're a Grenadier, you're going to be using force bombs because they drop the enemies to the ground. Do they? Okay. I didn't know that. Yeah, I've never really looked at Grenadier. I think we take a resist energy communal here. I think that's fine. Either that or holy bombs, because they do extra damage, right? Because yeah, I do remember that the force bombs do less damage, right? It's a 1d4 base instead of a 1d6, if I'm not mistaken. Which can add up if you just, you know, if you're at, you know, 10d6 versus 10d4, that's an extra 20 potential damage difference, right? Stagger every enemy in the game because they are all evil. Holy bombs. Oh, Jesus, that's actually insanely good. Do we just get both resist and protection from energy communal at this level? I kind of don't mind that. It might be a little late to be getting both of these spells, but we would now have another person who has access to them, right? Because I think at this point only Gandalf would have access to them. Wait, what fucking... Oh, shit. This is 20? Only active... Jesus Christ, that's an expensive spell. Creatures affected by an illusion effect. Creatures with... Or the effect of Fairy Fire spell is effect less for 10 minutes per caster level. What? This is trash. This is so bad. If you know enough to cast this spell, just cast fucking Fairy Fire. If you know enough to set this spell up, just cast the spell that this casts. It's free, and it's a level 1 druid spell, I think. So as long as you have somebody who can cast druid spells, which we will, by the way, you could just you just have Fairy Fire. Just cast Fairy Fire. You do face a lot of invisible enemies, right? But like that's I mean, I guess that this is a way for you to get Fairy Fire if you don't have a druid caster. But goddamn, is this expensive? 20 diamond dust for this spell? Jesus. Wait. Don't you just get see invisibility at like level 5? All right, here we go, demon. We are going to get Ascendant Element Electricity because I do think that we are going to start going down that path. Level 3, you get the Communal if you're an Inquisitor or an Alchemist. Jesus. I need to stop looking at this monitor to my left, and I need to start looking at this monitor up top for chat. Because this monitor to my left only shows YouTube chat, whereas the monitor up top shows both. Forget about Alchemists, they don't get it, just Inquisitors? Okay. Yeah, I think we get Ascendant Element Electricity at this point. I think that's fine. I don't think that any of these are worthwhile, thematically. But since we just grabbed Ascendant Element Electricity, fuck it. And Rave Enfeeblement, because that's just a fun spell. Are you going to be using the Demon's Aspects? Yes. Yes, because... Well, first off, I need to actually look at them, because I don't know what they actually are. I have no idea what the Demon Aspects even do. Ooh. Spell resistance. 12 plus your caster level. Plus our, it is only minutes per level, though. Kind of bad. Just give you bonus ability scores. Armor bonus. We'll see. We'll look at what we get there. Could also get True Seeing. They gain spell resistance equal to 10 plus your caster level. Cannot be voluntarily lowered. In addition, any time they cast a spell, must make a caster level check against this spell resistance. On a successful check, the spell is completed. Failure in a case I failed to muster enough to cast, but the spell is not lost. Maybe attempts it again. Idea? We like ideas in these streams. What is idea? Are the peer into spells? I don't even know what that is. Kingmaker speedrun dude into Wrath and see how he fares? Maybe. Kind of like the spell resistance. We're gonna take it. Just fuck it. Just fuck it. We're gonna take it. Alright. Do we now grab... Do we double down? Greater spell pen? A demon mythic abyssal sorcerer is so thematic. That's a curious thing. How... I guess we would go demon, probably. Because, I mean, fuck, a free teleport is kind of insane, right? Can resist electricity. Lightning breath, thunderburst, touch of electricity, vortex spells. We're not really using attack roll spells at all, so this doesn't really make any sense. At 11th level, any weapon you wield is treated as a shock weapon. Just free half mythic rank plus 1 strength. That's crazy. But I mean that is you know the whole point of the mythics, right? Is that they are OP as fuck. Like that's their whole thing. I kind of like this because this actually means that we get the shock weapon. I think that that's fun. And like it's probably the one that makes the most sense out of all these. Because you can kind of sort of mind like headcanon. You can kind of sort of headcanon that Sting is a shock weapon. Yeah, with his 6 strength. What do we grab now? Right. I mean, grabbing prayer on a spontaneous caster is actually pretty damn strong. So I'm pretty okay with that, actually. I'm kind of running out of... I'm not really seeing any thematic. I mean, Death Ward, maybe. I guess you could argue Death Ward is somewhat thematic for Frodo, right? Excuse me? A +2 form bonus to your natural armor? I don't think I've ever heard of a form bonus before in my life. I feel like that's some shenanigans. I really like true seeing. I like having true seeing. And I'm not seeing anything that's like thematically relevant. So we're gonna go with true seeing here. Mythic rank 3. Or 4, I guess. Grab spell pen mythic. I think that's fine. The spell pen mythic is fine here. Okay, here's the aspects. All right, what the hell do these do? Bonus to mobility and stealth. Increase the user's sneak attack damage during demonic rage by 2d6. Mobility, trickery, UMD, equal to half the demon's mythic rank +1. These bonuses do not stack with other... Yeah. Non-reach weapon suffers 2d6 fire damage. Damage increases, blah, blah, blah. Whenever the demon casts a spell that deals damage, that spell deals +2 point of damage per dice rolled. The bonus damage increases by 1 at 6th and 9th mythic ranks. Ooh. So this is like a better dragon bloodline. Because it's not limited to whatever... Is there a more worthless main character in a fantasy series than Frodo? So, that depends on what you mean by useless. He is not good in a fight. That is true. He is useless in a fight. However, he's sneaky, he's resilient, and he's intelligent. He's a little bit too trusting, but even that, he has to think that Smeagol can be saved because, you know, he sees himself in Smeagol and he's like, I am being corrupted the same way that this man was corrupted. If I cannot save him, then I am also fucked. He's wrong, but that's his thought process, right? So he's a little bit naive, but he's very, very sneaky. He's smart. He's incredibly resilient to mental corruption. And those are the things that he needs to be the ring bearer. Maybe we should introduce you to Shinji for a bit. I have watched very little of Evangelion. Persuasion, athletics, and lore, so those are useless. Cast a spell or uses an ability during a demonic rage, increases its DC by 1. Bonus increases by 1 at 6th and 9th. While on demonic, the demon with it +4 to damage rolls. Increases by 2 at 6th and 9th. Okay. Perception, athletics, UMD. Those are useless to us. CMD and CMB and natural armor. Natural armor bonus would be nice, but the other two are useless. And then whenever you succeeded... Okay, so this is useless. We're never taking this ever. Lore, religion, perception, UMD. Those are all useless to us. +2 bonus on all saving throws. So that's a +4 at 9th rank. That's not bad. All enemies within 30 feet. -1 to fort saves and -1 to attack rolls. So a total of -3 at 9. That's not great. Not for us anyway. Melee attack, that's useless. Powerful charge ability, that's useless. Mobility is good. Athletics and lore nature are also useless. All right. What about this? -1 to will and attack rolls within 30 feet. And allies gain a +1 to will and attack rolls. And an immunity to compulsion and fear effects. Ah. That's not bad at all. And immunity to compulsion and fear effects are pretty fucking good. Persuasion, Perception, and Knowledge World. So the Knowledge World we would get the bonus to, but the other two are useless. Arcana, World, and Religion. Those World is good. Aspect of the suck. Yeah, exactly. Let's do bonus on rage attack rolls. Bonus increases by 1. Da, 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 da. All non-physical abilities the demon with an aspect of the rock uses during a demonic rage count as reach spells. Ooh. During a demonic rage, all enemies within 30 feet of a demon with an aspect -1 and move as if on difficult terrain. I think Brimmerak's probably going to be the best one. Good points made about Frodo. Thank you. I like to think that I'm somewhat intelligent sometimes. I think Brimmerak and Incubus are probably going to be the two that I want to go with. The bonus to weapon damage rolls doesn't actually help at all, basically. Mobility and UMD checks being boosted is really, really nice. Is there one that gives us a bonus to stealth? Babao, right? Yeah. But this is useless. This is useless. So Brimmerak, Incubus, and Succubus are like the three that I'm really looking at. But I think we go with the Brimmerak first. Yeah, I mean, it's like, I feel like not just Frodo, but also, God, why can't I think of Elijah Woods? I kept thinking Elliot Woods. I'm like, no, that's not his name. Elijah Woods. A lot of people said that he's a bad actor in those movies as well. And after watching those movies, I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's just insanity. I don't know what you're talking. I don't know how you could say that about Frodo. I do not know. I do not understand how you could say that Frodo is or that Elijah Wood is a shitty actor when playing Frodo. And it's like, have you seen the movies? Have you seen the movies? When was the last time you saw the movies? Was it when you were 7? Was it the day that they came out? Is that the last time you saw these movies? Is that what happened? And you just don't remember a whole lot about Frodo? So you just think that he's shit? Is that what happened? Is that what's going on here? It's been 84 years, right? Don't remember equals he's terrible. I mean, like, there are some where that's you could argue that. You know, a forgettable protagonist tends to be a really bad thing. But when you stop thinking of the protagonist has to be the most badass person in the movie, I think the instant you start thinking about it that way, Frodo becomes much more compelling as a character. Because you're no longer trying to be like, well, he's not killing as many people as Aragorn. It's like, well, fucking yeah. Duh. He's a halfling with 0 combat experience. Aragorn is almost 90 goddamn years old and is still in peak form as a warrior. He has a lot of experience in killing evil things. Of course he's gonna be better. I like really want to just take heal here. I think that we just take heal here. I'm doing it because it's my character and I can do what I want. Do we just spell focus finally? Retreat hooligans did a pretty good job there. I don't. I'm gonna be entirely honest. I do not remember him in other movies, but that's because I didn't really watch a whole lot of different movies when Elijah Wood was still acting. The script just didn't have him doing interesting stuff. I mean, it did. It just wasn't flashy stuff. He was doing a lot of interesting stuff. He just wasn't doing a lot of flashy stuff. And people tend to remember the flashy stuff. We could just grab freedom of movement. In fact, I think freedom of movement is actually like an incredibly important spell for this character, so that we don't have to deal with the stagger every fucking combat. So I think actually freedom of movement should have been our first spell. Like literally the first level 4 spell that we take. Having a slow roll nervous breakdown across the whole trilogy. Yeah. And like just give him the freedom of movement boots. That's true. What is it? Boots of free reign, I think is what they're called. I know exactly where they are. Because I used to grab them in the speed run when I used to actually run this game. Anything? Just remember YouTube comment on a speedrun. The guy disliking that part of the video. Yeah, there was. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. And like, I responded to it. It's like, look, man, that's something that I like. I enjoy talking about movies and storytelling and stuff. What's going to happen? By the way, speaking of movies, I only talked about one of the 2 movies that I saw over the weekend. On Wednesday, I talked a bit about 1917. Didn't even talk about as much as I would like to have talked about 1917. We talked a little bit. Maybe we get Ray's dead so that we actually have a way to revive our party members. We don't have anybody that can do this yet. Do we just grab Hellfire Ray? Gandalf can't. That's true. Gandalf can. He is an angel. That is true. That is true. That is true. But there was another movie that I watched. So I am not the biggest Quentin Tarantino fan. Not the biggest Tarantino fan. I absolutely despise Hateful Eight. So is Frodo the main character? Do you make everyone else as mercs? No, Nurok. Actually, we're going to have Aragorn be the Knight Commander. And also we're going to start him at level 6. So we are actually going to have a fairly OP character for the beginning of the game. So he's going to start at level 6. And then we will get the other characters going once we get to the inn. So it'll be just Aragorn through like the maze and all that stuff, because we can't get mercs before we get to whatever the inn is in Canabras. How the tables start, I know, right? So okay, yeah. Back to movie. Hellfire Ray, fuck it. Do we do Hellfire Ray? Yeah, fuck it. We're doing it. I'm doing Hellfire Ray. So yeah, not a huge fan of Tarantino. A lot of the movies that I've seen of him, especially the later ones, I feel like he goes a little bit too far into the I think he goes too far into the gore aspects and like the shock aspect. Symbols of weakness. Trigger symbol of weakness remains active for 10 minutes. Inflicts crippling weakness that deals 3d6 points of strength damage to all creatures within 30 feet. Wait, that's just a thing that happens. There's no save. All right, fuck it. Yeah, I like that a lot. If there's a save to this spell, I'm going to be very upset because it's not fucking... Well, it says DC 21, but it says that for buff spells, right? Like, if I go to Restoration Greater and I come here, DC 21. Yeah. So, yeah, we're going to do this. That's kind of insane. But, yeah. He's another director who tries too hard to be edgy cool each movie it made, I feel. I only like some parts of Kill Bill. I really, really like Inglourious Bastards. I really, really, really like Inglourious Bastards. I think that that's a really good movie. I think it's really fun. It's funny. It has some fucked up aspects to it, but it's also, you know, dealing with World War II and Nazis. So fair. I did get a sentimental, yeah. It's very long. All of his movies are very, very long. But one that I watched this weekend that I also really, really liked was Django Unchained. Let me get up now. That movie's really good. I had never seen that movie until this weekend. I had obviously heard that it's a very good movie from a lot of people. A lot of people. Do I just get abundant casting? Do I just like hyper fucking fixate on this? Basically a live action cartoon. I think, okay, so this is something that I saw that was pointed out in like a YouTube short or something a long time before I saw the movie. And so the instant that I saw it in the movie, I'm like, hey, that's the thing. When he shoots the sister, and she just fucking gets flung out of the fucking scene, that was the funniest shit I've seen in a long time. I died because it makes no sense, right? He shoots her with a revolver and it fucking acts like she got hit by a cannonball. One. Two, he shoots her from here, like he shoots her straight on, and she gets pulled to the side. So like what the fuck? What is this physics? And it's just like, Inglourious Basterds was great. It was. Yeah, it was really good. Also, we're going to take a bunny cast. Incubus. We already talked about this. Oh, here we go. All allies, but without the advantage of the demonic aspects. Bonus to intelligence. Love Django as well. Yeah. Bonus to wisdom score equal to half the demon's mythic rank +1. DRN, where N is equal to half the demon's rank. Those all attacks abilities to make their target grappled unless they pass a reflex saving throw. Ooh. Reflex saving throw. Does this count for spells as well? Because it says abilities. It doesn't specify spells, but it does specify abilities. So I'm assuming no for spells. I'm assuming no. Hold up. Use abilities and cast spells as move actions. Wait. Excuse me? It is unfortunate that we don't have a charisma boosting one. You can cast 3 spells per turn, 1 quickened, 1 move action, and 1 standard. That's insane. Holy fucking action economy. Yeah, Baylor's nice for giving the allies. And, like, we have a lot of physical attackers, right? We got a lot of physical attackers in this party. So what does Demonic Rage actually do? Where are you? There you are. Can injure as a free action. +2 bonus on attack rolls, damage rolls, caster level checks, and reflex saving throws. DC for all saving throws. Benefits increased by 1 at 6th and 9th mythic. Demonic Rage 3 times per day. Number of uses increases by 1 at 6th and 9th mythic. You have a lot of party. I know, right? That is kind of busted. Yeah, it's nearly double the normal party size. This is true. Here's a question. Does this stack with normal rage? Like, that's not going to be the deciding factor or anything like that. I'm just really curious. Does this stack with normal rage? It does. Because we got 2 ragers in the party. We got Gollum and we got Gimli. So this is kind of interesting. So I think that Coloxis... I think Baylor's going to give us the best. And it makes us more resilient, right? It boosts our con score. Whereas Coloxis, the boost to intelligence doesn't really do anything for us. It's just the perma quickened spells is kind of insane. So I think we're going to take Baylor here. Oh, we can fucking choose 2. Oh, fucking hell. All right, well, there we go. What does Incorporeal do? You can only have 1 major aspect active at a time. That's fine. That's fine. I'm okay with having options. That's basically what this is doing. Scorching Ray. Oh, we get 2? Oh. I mean, do we have a haster in the party yet? Is this actually our first haste character? Pippin. Pippin has haste as a bard, right? Yeah. But what else are we going to take? Right? Be a legend bombardier underground. Yeah, you could. You could do that. Like, that's not a bad legend second class if you're going for a bombardier character. Do we just not get any more electricity things? What if I just search wind? Okay. I was curious if it would show up or not. Take no damage from non-magic weapons. Also take only half damage from any source that deals neither good. Oh, okay, gotcha. I remember that now. So no, this is literally just all we get. This is what we get for the rest of the game. I mean, I guess this just makes our spells stronger, but because we're going for... This is actually kind of trash, isn't it? Fuck it. Wait, we get that anyway, don't we? We get that anyway. Eventually. Fort save resulting in half damage. None of these are good. Fuck it. If this guy was ever able to actually touch anybody with a melee attack, I would definitely take Genie Kind because that's just busted. Although, I think that they patched it so that you can't just stack the damage anymore. Like you can in Kingmaker. No more sunspots? Yeah, right? What do we take here? What do we take here? Slay living? No. Well, if we take extend spell, that wouldn't be terrible, right? Fuck it. Level 6. Yeah, reach, sorry. Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. Uh Hmm. We're level 15 at this point. Choosing communal isn't a terrible idea. Banishment is pretty damn good if we can land it, right? But we don't have anything boosting our abjuration. So I think we go with True Sync Communal here. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Waves of Ecstasy? Coom spell. We could get the Coomer spell. Wait, what is this? Channel power good. Target gains immunity to disease and immunity to fear. Adds its charisma bonus to all its saving throws. Ow. Yeah. There's just like, well, fuck it. Actually, yeah. We're gonna take Restoration Greater. Yeah. We're taking Restoration Greater. All right. We could take this. Okay. Wait. Could also take extra mythic abilities, right? Because we still need improved and greater abundant casting if we're going to go full spellcaster with this guy. And also, I think I would want to get enduring spells for him as well. Make sure elemental spells electric. Is that a thing? That would actually be really useful. We haven't gotten a whole lot of non-electric offensive spells. If that's the case, then yeah, I will want to be grabbing those. Is it the robots dungeon? Ah. Oh, why am I grabbing this instead of improved abundant casting? Yeah, so we're gonna get improved abundant casting, greater abundant casting, empowered, greater empowered, or enduring. Have Blackwater to get them. That should be fine. That should be fine. Like, by the time we get to Blackwater, we're gonna have multiple legends in our party already. We're gonna have like 3 level 20 people in our party by the time we get to Blackwater. It'll be fine. Yeah. All right, do we do the succubus now? Let me actually look at... Okay. Starting at the 4th mythic rank and every rank thereafter, demon gains a demonic aspect. These aspects use other demons as inspiration and allow the demon to focus the rage more effectively. Took a set in electric and took Hellfire Ray too. Yeah. I was basically thinking, well, Hellfire Ray is half. It does damage regardless. So at the very least, I'll have something for those things. Right, because it's half fire and half unholy. So funny that demons are not immune to unholy damage. Yeah. Well, I mean, you kind of don't want them to be. Like, as another demon, you kind of don't want them to be. Would become paralyzed, frightened, cowering, or stunned. They instead fall into an uncontrolled rage for an equal duration. The demon gains immunity to effects of day. Blah 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 blah. Base attack bonus becomes equal to their character level. Strength ability score becomes equal to double their mythic rank plus 16. Jesus. Demon gains a bonus to speed equal to double their mythic rank plus 10. A plus 6 enhancement bonus to strength, dex, and con, and a plus 4 natural armor. All of the demon's weapons deal damages of two size categories larger than they actually are. While in an uncontrolled range, the demon can't tell friend from foe. The demon loses control of themselves and attacks the nearest creature. My god, that's fucking gross. Ah, okay. Okay. Here we go. Tooltip picture goes hard. Yeah, it does. Okay, so you can get up to 3 minor aspects once you're level 8. Okay, that's fine. So this means at this point we would be able to use... Okay, so you can actually get both of these minor aspects immediately upon level 5. Okay. So the first 2, and then this is the first one where we're actually going to start having to make choices. Okay, that's fine. Because this is definitely more of a like, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Why can't I think of it? What's the word? Situational. Jesus Christ. Why was that such a hard word for me to think of? This is a much more situational aspect. I don't know. I'm like just kind of taking spells at this point. Ooh. I like me some controlled fireball. I like me some controlled fireball. This is a move action. Jesus. Just teleporting is a move action. Insanity. I mean, it is a spell, so you can't do it infinitely, but my god, that's still insane. I like the thought of Frodo just fucking screaming at people and them dying. I think that's really funny, but... Is it better than Enervation? Is it better than Enervation? Enervation is pretty damn good. I kind of really like taking Enervation here. Enervation is definitely a spell that I think works better in turn-based than it does in real-time. I think a lot of debuffing actions like this work a lot better in turn-based than in real-time. All right, so that's the last point that we're putting into Charisma. The next one's going to be going into Intelligence. Most stuff works better in turn-based. That's fair. We could grab Frightful Aspect, actually. Frightful Aspect would make sense for Master Shapeshifter. Wait, is Frightful Aspect a polymorph effect? It is. Interesting. I did not know that. I don't think that we would get Master Shapeshifter even regardless, because we're not going to be a melee character. This is mainly for all of the other benefits, right? The bonus to Constitution, the natural armor, the DR, the spell resistance, again. And the Fear aura is also really nice. I think that all of that is better for us than Master Shapeshifter. Although, if we have an extra mythic ability, which I don't think that we do, I think we have an extra mythic feat. I don't think we have an extra mythic ability. I think we need all of our mythic abilities at this point. Actually, let's take a look at our spellbook. What spells do we have? What buffs do we have? Do we actually have that many buffs? We got spell resistance. We got True Saying and True Saying Communal. Freedom of movement, magic weapon greater. Oh, interesting. A lot of these are longer spells. Hour per level. 1 minute. 1 minute. That's just one round. So actually, we could get away with just enduring spells, not greater enduring spells. Because a lot of our bigger buff spells, Magical Vestment, Magic Weapon Greater, Freedom of Movement, Echolocation. Spell Resistance wouldn't. If your Knight Commander will be Legend, don't your companions only get to Mythic level 8? They would if we're not filthy cheaters. But we are filthy cheaters, so they will be getting to level 10. Like, I will probably... So the way that I'll do it is I will adjust very slightly when we will get to Mythic ranks 9 and 10. I think that Mythic rank 9 will happen after we fight Daskari. Like, we beat Daskari, and that unlocks Mythic level 9. And then I think Mythic level 10 we will get immediately before we go to Threshold. So as we go to Threshold to finish the game, that's when we get Mythic 10. I think that that's what we will do. That way we have access to all of the max power of all of our characters. Because I think that's just fun. It's just less fun for us to stop at level 8 for this playthrough. Like, we're already fucking breaking the game in half to get this playthrough to happen anyway. So fuck it. Why not go whole hog, right? Why not do the thing? Wait, Podor, that's illegal. Not in this game, it ain't. I think we're gonna go Frightful Aspect here. I think that's fine. Demon. You look like a little imp. Yeah, a little bit, kinda. Yeah, you're not overly wrong. Actually, Vrolikai is pretty nice for us, right? Oh wait, target grappled unless they pass a reflex saving throw. That's also kind of fucking busted. Oh wait, no. We don't want this, right? We don't want this because if we're gonna be doing this, we're gonna want multiple opportunities per round, right? And we're just not gonna have that. Also, the fast healing equal to half the mythic's rank +1. That's fucking trash. We're not doing that. That's fucking like this is shitty. This is bad. This is bad. It's 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 bad. Like, think about this. This maxes out at 6 health per round. 6 health per round. That's all we're getting from this fast healing. Right? 6 health per round. It's fucking garbage. It is bad. Do not want. This is just a constant aura. A constant damage aura. This is Heart of Ira, but better. This is Ira, but better, because it doesn't damage your party, and it scales. It doesn't scale that much, it only gets up to 4d6 damage. But that's 4d6 damage every round. Basically for free. It is bonus to strength, which doesn't really do much for us. Incorporeal, DRN, where N is equal to the demon's mythic rank +1. Or half +1, so that's DR6 maxed. All attacks and abilities make the target grapple unless... Oh yeah, that was the thing. That's right. This does not say spells. This says abilities. This says abilities, not spells. Which tells me, that was your claw directly in the back of my neck, you little shit. I love you, though. Come here. Come here. So I don't think that we take the Omox because it says abilities, not spells. If this was spells, this would be incredibly good. This is not as good, right? Reason this is not as good is because we're not using melee attacks. With melee attacks, this would be incredibly strong because we could get a lot of melee attacks in very, very quickly. Especially since, as a demon, we have access to like unarmed attacks, natural attacks. I said unarmed. I meant natural attacks. So we get extra attacks per round anyway, and it's as long as you hit, right? And as long as they fail to will save, which a lot of demons like. Will is not like fort save where it's like, oh, it's just never gonna happen. So this is actually like relatively like maybe not consistent, but it's not terrible. I do kind of like this though, because this gives us access to a bunch of extra wisdom, which boosts our will save, which boosts our resistance to the ring. Thematically, right? Mechanically, it doesn't really do that much. Incorporeal, though, being able to basically just say fuck off to half the damage that we would take is pretty nice. Because I don't think a whole lot of I don't think a whole lot of demons and our enemies are going to be running around with like ghost touch weaponry, right? So I think that Shadow Demon might be the one that we take. I don't think that we ever use it. I think we are either going to be using Baelor or Coloxus at all times. But I think Shadow Demon might be... It might be alright. And I think maybe we take Babao just for the bonus to stealth. This is just useless and bad. +2 bonus on all saving throws isn't terrible. Melee attack is trash. Also, powerful charge is trash for us. +2 on ranged attack rolls. We do have a pretty nice ranged touch attack in Hellfire Ray. I got you. I got you here. Bonus increased by what? Yeah. So we would have a +3, or yeah, +3 at this point. Oh, also everything counts as reach. Hmm. Also, they all count as reach. This would make Slay Living actually like a not meme spell to grab. This would actually make Slay Living pretty damn strong. Maybe? I don't think that any of the other ones do anywhere near as much for us than the Varrock one. Yeah, so I think we take that. I think that is fine. I don't know. Uh, I do like me a Cone of Cold. Especially if I can transfer it into electric damage. Cone of Cold's pretty great. Yep, we're doing that. That's fine. Oh, wait, nope, cancel. Hit the wrong button. He's just hanging out with us. Why is this so good? Sure-footed and aspect of the... Okay, yeah. That's what it is. That's what it is. Oh, that's right. We were gonna get the Babao for the bonus to stealth. That's why we were looking at Babao earlier. I kind of forgot. Not persuasion. Thanks though. I love that even with the aspect of the incubus, this is still at a negative. I find that so fucking funny. All right, what do we take as our feat here? What is our feat here? What do we do? Ow, ow, claws on my neck. What is our feat? What do we do? Do we get Quicken spell? Do we get Quicken? I kind of want to. Like, this is one of the times where I think Quicken actually could be really good for us. Maybe spell specialization as well? Maybe? Maybe spell specialization as well? Spell chain? Wait, what? Oh, what is this? Whenever you make a successful caster level check to overcome the target spell, next ally who also has this feat that attempts to overcome the same target spell can roll twice. Ah, interesting. I don't have this on any other spell. I don't. Well, because we don't really have any other spellcasters, and we definitely don't have any other offensive spellcasters like he is. So, we're not going to be using spell chain. Spell specialization wouldn't be terrible though. We could also take improved initiative. Because at this point, Frodo is kind of somebody that we want to go early. Because we want him to fuck people up. Like, Frodo's that... Well, actually, this is kind of weird because Frodo's gotten to the point where it's like, oh, he's actually kind of like really good at doing damage to people now. He's like legitimately really good at this. I don't know. The problem is I just don't know what a lot of these spells do. Oh, oh, claws. In my flesh, please, stop. Spoiled little shit. If we get spell specialization Hellfire Ray right now, if we do this right now, this actually gets us to the third ray. Because the third ray happens at level 19. So if we do spell specialization Hellfire Ray, we get that third shot. Which ain't terrible. We could also just grab Quicken. And I think that's what we're going to do. I think we're just getting Quicken. Wait. Wait. What the fuck? Wait. Wait. If the creature's hit die is up to your caster level -10, it is killed, paralyzed, and blinded. I feel like this first word negates the necessity for the second two. Excuse me? Why are there 3 effects when the first one is it dies? What the fuck? I feel like this is unnecessary. Wait, is it all... What about immune to death creatures? Don't use holy word on them? Because some enemies don't die when you kill them. Killed, nauseated, staggered, and sickened. Wait. Killed, paralyzed, weakened, and dazed. What is weakened? Killed, paralyzed, staggered. Killed, paralyzed, and blinded. Okay, so these each do something slightly different. Based on what, I've never played that game, so I didn't get the reference. -2 strength, -2 dex. Oh, okay. Better to bother fighting things, 10 HD. Yeah, that's true. So, guys, remember how I said that I needed to start looking up instead of to the left when I was reading chat? That is exactly why. Because I almost missed Robin's messages. All for bullying, yeah. I feel like these are definitely win more spells. And like honestly, these would not be bad in a tabletop. Right? Because if you're in town and like the townsfolk are fucking with you, they're not going to be that high of a level. Like they're not going to be level 17. Most townsfolk are going to be like level 1 or 2 at best. So something like Holy Word, if you're in an evil town and they're fucking with you, something like Holy Word on a tabletop could be really, really effective. Negative level spells, Twitch Beer. But like, here's the thing, if you're going to be using negative level spells to try and get to these spells, by the time you get them down to a low enough level that you're going to be able to insta-kill with these, you're going to be able to just kill them via damage. Especially since a lot of the enemies in this game are going to have extra levels, right? Because they're going to have their class levels, they're going to have their like racial levels, and they're going to have their mythic levels. So they're going to have a lot of levels to deal with. Caster level cap on the game, yeah. Works better in Kingmaker. I could see that not being terrible in Kingmaker. Okay, but what do we take? After all of that, what the hell do we take? Let you go even further beyond? Or just cast much cheaper insta-kill spells that they now need in that 20 to survive? Yeah. Plus Ultra 5 caster level? Interesting. I actually didn't know that. I kind of like the thought of Umbral Strike. I find that to be fun. Do we just grab Firestorm? I kind of like Firestorm. Really? Wait, no legend? Interesting. Interesting, no legend. So you can go Gold Dragon, Swarm the Walks. Need to pick it at level 3. Yeah, yeah. It's just unfortunate that you can't, because like it wouldn't matter with the demon, but it would matter with like, you know, it's been mentioned before, you can go trickster into legend and still get the fucking extra trickster feats, right? We get wings, uncontrolled rage. We get our third minor aspect now. Extra mythic ability, because I don't think that we have any other mythic feats that we really care about. Oh, we don't have spell focus mythic. Never mind. Never mind, never mind, never mind, never mind. We're taking that. We're getting that extra +2. So yeah, we don't have access to any other extras. This is fine. We're gonna take this. We're never gonna use this, but it does give us a passive bonus to our stealth checks. So that's good. Psycho's Portrait's art is really cool. Is it cool or is it cool? Why are we still getting level 1 spells? What the fuck? This is mythic rank 8, sir. I don't know. Like, neither of those, none of those level 5 spells are really that great that I care about. Actually, I do like that. I wouldn't say that that's a succubus portrait. That's just a female demon. Because a succubus wouldn't be wearing that much clothing. I do like that portrait, though. That portrait's pretty dope. I like her tail. I like the tail. I like the segmented bits. I like the fucking, like, bladed tip. It's, like, kind of reminiscent of, like, a xenomorph tail. I like the tail a lot. I like this portrait a lot better than this one. I like the gem in the chest armor. Okay, yeah. Yep, okay. I will allow the succubus portrait is cool. By the way, we're swapping over to fallen Frodo at this point. Because we do want to get enduring spells, right? Although we could get favorite meta magic. Nah. We might get it at level 10. Melee attack rolls. Oh yeah, that's the melee attack and charge. Yeah, I think that's fine. The Nabasu is fine. All right, so this one, I have no any attack targeting you during demonic rage is 50% chance to miss. Yeah. All your energy damage dealt while in a demonic rage become unholy, and your physical damage ignores physical DR and damage immunity. Heal every time. For how much? Excuse me? Excuse me? For how much? Wait, You can't just say it allows you to heal. This could literally heal you for 1. How much does this heal you for? I hate tooltips like this. I hate vague ass tooltips like this. It's useless. This could say every time you heal somebody, you heal 1. Or every time you kill somebody, did I say every time you heal somebody? Every time you kill somebody, you heal 1. Or it could mean every time you kill somebody, you heal to full. Or anywhere in between. This is one of the most infuriatingly vague descriptions, especially since this is a Demon Lord aspect, and you only get to choose 2 of these. You get 2 of these, and this is the description for Cabriri. I don't think anybody would ever choose this without a quick save beforehand to load and just test this out. I don't think anybody has ever chosen this without a quick save so that they can reload before they choose this, because they have no fucking faith in what this actually does. Or Googling, yeah. Position grants your speed. Makes your speed 30 feet greater during demonic rage. It gives you 1 additional attack. Okay. Bad. Not bad for it. Not bad for a melee. Bad for what we are. Oh, easy. Easiest fucking choice of my life. Holy fuck. Yes. Discari basically only makes it so that we don't have to take ascend an element. Right? That's basically all this does. I think the next one is going to be Ereshkigal. I think that those are the 2 best ones for us. Notice you didn't pronounce the last aspect's name. Yeah, there's a reason for that. Yep, you're absolutely right. I did not. Yep. Mm-hmm. None of these actually matter. I don't really care about it. Like, none of these spells actually matter that much, and I'm just trying to get through them real quick at this point. You. Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. Okay, first off, what does this do? Now that I know that these are not affected by spell resistance and they just do the thing, -4 penalty to spell resistance and a -4 penalty on saving throws, their damage reduction is reduced by 10. Any energy resistance they have are suppressed. The effects last as long as the creature is within the air effect, and for 1 round per caster level afterwards. Oh, okay. I could think of a couple of people that would be, this would be very good against. Taking heal mass, though. I kind of really like improved initiative for him at this point. I kind of really like improved initiative for him at this point. There is spell specialization. There is spell specialization. The problem is, I don't want it. I like legitimately don't know what spell to take, like what we should take here. Lightning Breath is pretty trash. Spark Skin, we have a better version of this, I believe, at this point because of our demon mythic. So this is useless. And Thunderburst, like Thunderburst and Lightning Breath don't make any fucking sense whatsoever for Frodo, but I think Thunderburst is better. Hey, Shelby. Hi. It's a baby girl. We have reattained a Shelby. Oh, we have lost a Shelby. That's fine. What do we take here? I was about to say, we could just take Soul Reaver. Or half. Okay. And then I think we take Symbol of Vulnerability. Like, this is also a really good spell for us. What are you doing, kid? Being a goofball. I really don't like Polar Midnight because it affects our people. Energy Drain isn't bad. But I think Symbol of Vulnerability is just, like, really fucking good. I think that's just too good to pass up. Demon. Alright. And this would allow us to get greater enduring spells. Also, we could get expanded arsenal. Keep in mind that it is a 4-round spell. Yeah. Yeah, I do know. I do realize. We could either expand an arsenal, but what would we expand it to? Necromancy? We got a couple of decent necromancy spells. Soul Reaver, we got... Well, we don't have it yet. But we could grab Energy Drain, next level. And this would get us... extra +4 to our... Energy Drain doesn't have a save. Does it not? Okay. I thought it was a fort save. I thought it was a fort save. Maybe not. Maybe it's not. Soul Reaver does. Soul Reaver does. Touch range attack. So, okay, so here's the thing, though. Some range touch attacks do still have saves as well. Some of them do double dip. We could grab Improved Initiative Mythic. We could grab Improved Initiative Mythic. Like, that's a +10 to our fucking initiative. That is insanely good. This basically allows us to guarantee that we go first. And then we get a pretty hefty spell laid down before the fight begins, really. Oh. Oh Jesus! I just realized it's 10 till. Um, I think it's either that or greater enduring spells. Was I falling asleep? Kind of, yeah. Kind of, yeah. So I think it's either improved initiative mythic, or I think it's greater enduring spells. And I think the majority, as we mentioned earlier, I think the majority of our spells that we would want to boost the duration for are 10 minutes per level or better already. So I don't think that we need that. So I think we're going to take improved initiative mythic. I think that's the best thing for us. Fuck it. Doesn't really matter. Neither of those are good. We're gonna get a Resh Kagel for the 50% miss chance. Uh, touch attack. Crushing Despair. For the name only. Wait. Oh, this one. Yeah, fuck it. Why not? That's fine. We can take it. Alright, there we go. Bam, bam, bam. And we finally get to boost our UMD all the way back up. All the way up. Funnily enough, almost enough to beat out all of the other bonuses. It would actually be tied with Knowledge World, which is interesting. Why? Why would it be tied? Oh, wait. Our intelligence is a +5? Oh, because we have... Yeah. Okay, I forgot we had that. I was like, wait, why the fuck is our intelligence that high? Yep. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, see, I knew it. Fortitude partial. It is a save. You lied. You lied. Now, granted, the fort save doesn't matter for us, but, it does have one. It does have one. Maybe we take Overwhelming Presence. I actually kind of like the thought of Overwhelming Presence. As just, wait, what is Implosion? Cause one creature to collapse in on itself, inflicting 10 points of damage per caster level. Fort save throw negates. Using a new target for this spell as a move action, you can target a particular creature only once with each casting of the spell. Which has no effect on creatures with no material body or on incorporeal creatures. Affects the player more than enemies. Yeah. Yeah, the fort save for energy drain is literally fuck you for the player, not for the enemies. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we're gonna go with this. I think that's... All right, there we go. We got our Frodo. Ended up being a very smart boy and very wise. Yeah, look at that fucking will save though. Look at that fucking will save though. Yeah, he's got the shock weapon on. If we go to this, take that off. Yeah. 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 There it is. We don't have any spell pet resistance right now because we don't have a oh, actually, if we just quick rest, right? Let's pop this open real quick. Rest all. The spell resistance of 5, yeah. Alright, what is our spell resistance now? A 32. Wait. Oh, because I'm still not wearing fucking light armor. I'm still not wearing light armor. Okay. We're just gonna run up here real quick. Excuse me? It wasn't letting me it wasn't letting me do the thing. Yeah, we know. After 2 pistol energy to power your attacks, next to attacks. +1. Gross. Loading all the items for your command. I know, but it wasn't, it like kept like auto closing the map. It's like, motherfucker, I'm trying to do a thing here, you bastard. Looks like endgame Frodo. It is. This is corrupted Frodo.
Access detected.
What do you want?
Confluence of mythic, semi-divine, and divine power.
What do you want?
Warning. Anomaly.
Arcane Weaver? We're just trying to get. There we go. Now. 40. Now, if we were to buy... Okay. Ooh, that would... Look for the blacksmith. What the fuck? He doesn't even have any armor. He just has shields. Get out of here. What about the apprentice? Still, it only has shields. What the fuck? I mean, what you got? Okay, he's got some light armor. So this would be a +9. I don't know why I'm trying so hard for this. Ooh. What am I trying for? I'm trying to see what the best possible basically how oh, there we go. Royal Messengers changer. Alright, so this is where we would be. That also kind of makes sense. for him. So then we go over here, we go to Marshall, and we got a 42 spell resistance. Now, if we do... Is this it? Does this boost it further? Gets it up to 43. Wait, we do? Where do you see that? I don't see it. Well, it's fine. It's fine. It's whatever. But yeah, okay. So there we go. Our Frodo, when maxed out on his armor, will be a 43 spell resistance character. The sword. Oh, when we're in the store. Oh yeah, you get shitty Aru. Gross. Yeah, I gotcha. I mean, I guess it makes sense that you would get evil Aru whenever you're a demon. It'd probably be the same if you were a devil. But anyway, let's save. Frodo. Done. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I gotta go get ready for work. Well, not tomorrow. We're not streaming tomorrow. Tomorrow and Monday, I will not be streaming because it's my weekend. Tuesday, we'll be back to the Pokemon solo runs, and we will be doing... Possessed Oracle, but Frodo only uses a short blade and in his items. No, so this Frodo is actually a blaster caster. It didn't start off that way, but it kind of just shifted into that because he doesn't really do anything in combat in in Lord of the Rings. So he did end up kind of becoming our blaster caster character. Yeah, we started off with specifically nothing but defensive abilities. And then we kind of just happened. Be a little too useless. Yeah. But yeah, so next week, Tuesday, we're going to be finishing up the Shelter run. Wednesday, we're going to be doing the Seadra run. So we're going to be doing double water types next week. So that'll be fun. Thursday, I will be off. Friday, we will be doing more Kingmaker unfair speedruns. Okay, so here's the thing. I've been thinking about that for all week, basically. I think the goal right now is we get the Kingmaker unfair speedrun to 2 hours and 15 minutes. If we can get to that, or it becomes obvious that that is not a realistic goal, hi kitten. That is when we will stop the Kingmaker, the unfair speedrun. And at that point, we will then go into the next goal that we have reached, the 350 sub goal, where we will start doing the Lantern King speedrun routing. Which that will be on any percent difficulty, so story difficulty. And basically what it is going to be is we're just going to not stop at Nyrissa. We're going to go all the way through to the Lantern King. Which I think after some testing, some very, very basic testing, I think is going to be not actually that much more difficult than just beating Nyrissa. So yeah, we're gonna be doing Lantern King percent once we get the unfair down to 2 hours and 15 minutes. That's the goal. 2 hour and 15 minute in-game time for unfair. Then we go over to Lantern King. Now, if you notice up at the top of the screen there, if you haven't done so yet, you're on the YouTube side. if you would like to help us get to our next goal at 400 subs, we're only 12 away. We were actually only 10 away earlier this week, but then I fucking kept missing my streams and I lost a couple of people. So we're back down to 388. We were actually up to 390 at one point this week, but it happens. So yeah, we're really, really close to that next one. 12 more people. It's fine. It happens. Yeah. Yeah. And then next Saturday, we actually start this playthrough. We actually start my second ever casual playthrough of Wrath of the Righteous with a full 10-person party of Lord of the Rings characters. But yeah, I gotta go. I gotta get ready for work. Thank you everybody for hanging out and watching. I appreciate y'all as always. And as always, I hope y'all enjoyed the stream. I hope y'all have a good evening. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.